want to read a statement. David was so eloquent today, and I appreciate his kind remarks about my track record. I want to acknowledge this remnant of supporters that I have. We have ministers from this community. We have activists from this community. We have writers of the CTA. We have members of our church who are leaders. Co-chairman of my board is here. So I want to thank you all for being here today. I'm a preacher first and foremost, and I'm a prayer warrior. And I've made some decisions today that was marinated in prayer. I want to express my personal gratitude to the mayor of this city, Mayor Brandon Johnson, for having faith in me and for nominating me to serve on the RTA board. I am truly humbled by the confidence and respect he has shown to my years of public service. I called him last night. He was in Washington, D.C. with the President of the United States, and he took my call. And I shared with him the decision I'm making today. But let me share my statement. I have spent more than 25 years as a human rights leader and a civil rights advocate, fighting for the voiceless and working tirelessly in my efforts to end the tale of two cities. The RTA board comprises transit experts and persons of influence from various walks of life, and I selflessly offered my service to add a distinct perspective. And as I mentioned during that transportation committee, let me add the unprecedented hour-and-a-half grueling transportation hearing on May 8th, that I'm blessed to bring a unique viewpoint to the board, because I believe we all win when the board is composed of diverse individuals and people who represent different communities and networks. Being eager to serve on this board and excited to use my voice and my cachet to advocate for the safety of all transit riders, including students, workers, seniors, and the very important essential workers who rode the public transportation, and they were single-handedly responsible for helping us get through that pandemic. When I thought of that opportunity, I thought it was a great chance and a great extension of my ministry and my civil service. So in my role on the board, I look forward to addressing transit inequities, particularly on the west and south side of the city. Michelle Harris, the Alderman of that ward, seemed very excited about that. However, I'm here today to announce that I'm withdrawing my name. I'm withdrawing my name from consideration for the RTA board position. Let me tell you something. There are forces that have opposed my nomination from the moment the mayor submitted my name. And some of our so-called allies, they're more interested in fighting me than supporting the wonderful people of our city. They have chosen, these two guys, I call their name, Alderman Wagaspak and Andre Vasquez. They've chosen to color me as not qualified. But a courageous leader, Alderman Talia Farrow, eloquently pointed out during the hearing, such accusations are foolish, especially coming from an alderman whose previous job was a failed rapper. If this is the new standard, we would have to vacate the housing board, the education board, the zoning board, and even the vaunted and sacred city council, as most members of that legislative body, they come from varied backgrounds. And many of them doing a good job. But certainly they learned on the job. Yeah. It is unfortunate that the opponents of African American empowerment have struck again, attempting to deny persons like me the chance to fight for the men, women, and children who ride the transit system every day. I accepted Mayor Johnson's appointment to the board because I knew I would fight for the riders. And just like the mayor, I knew people would need an advocate for their safety. Someone who would work to end the era of ghost buses, improve the quality of service all around. But let me just say this. Some of the questions posed during that hearing was ridiculous.
All right.
Yeah.
One question was, would you fire Dorval Carter, the CEO of CTA? That's political puppeteering to me.
Right.
Let's call it what it is.
That's right. That's right.
I've never been and never will be anybody's puppet.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Listen, another question was how often I rode the CTA. And the real deal is this. I don't ride the CTA very often, but I rode the CTA downtown to the hearing.
Yes.
And every time I'm downtown, I'm on the CTA or the green line or the blue line because the excessive fees for parking.
Right.
So I have familiarity with the CTA.
Yep.
But I just want to say this to you. I'm a student of Dr. King. And Dr. King did not need to be a regular rider of the Montgomery transit system to effectively lead the Montgomery bus boycott.
That's right.
The people needed leadership.
Right.
The people needed direction.
That's right.
The people needed someone who could organize, advocate, and speak up for the public good.
That's right.
Ridiculing me or fighting my appointment is an egregious level of disrespect to the wonderful people of my city and to these hundreds of congregants that I pastor and the various networks, Leaders Network, Rainbow Push, and people who support me, NAACP. It's a disgrace of the attacks and the negative antagonizing words they've said about me. Now, let me just say this. I can do more with my time. I selflessly came forward to serve on this committee, willing to do it, willing to give my all. Never knew that people who call themselves allies would fight it. I think I have more value to use my time fighting for the voiceless, like I've been, fighting for a level playing field economically and educationally. I don't have time. I'm too busy. We just started a credit union. I'm on the board member. I'm a board member of a $1 billion credit union, Great Lakes Credit Union, bringing me in this year. I don't have time to put out friendly fires with people who classify themselves as allies.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
These opponents of African American empowerment who are on the city council have to be confronted and addressed.
That's right.
Now, I support the mayor. I appreciate the mayor, and he still has my support 110%. He does not deserve to be scrutinized for every move that he makes. We support the mayor and the council. And whoever he appoints to fulfill this role, he deserves to be supported like Rahm Emanuel, like Richard M. Daley, like Richard J. Daley,
That's right.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
That's right.
But what we're seeing today, and I'll be done, this is bigger than me.
That's right.
Wait a minute, this is bigger than the mayor. But I'm so glad that I'm bagging away because I'll be free enough to call out all of the opposition to African American empowerment. It's sad as we get ready for the Democratic National Convention. It's sad that right in here, where many of us who've been Democrats all of our lives, it's sad that we have to drain a swamp in Chicago,
That's right.
a blue city.
That's right.
So I just want to say thank you, Mayor Johnson, and I want to thank all of the supporters who are rallying up. Don't rally up anybody else, because I am free. Let me just tell you, some people need to know this. This job, this board position, is a $25,000 job. So clearly, I don't need this. I was willing to serve. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
So on Wednesday, it wasn't the two aldermen that held the vote, it was actually Mayor Johnson who held the vote. Do you know why he held the vote on Wednesday?
I do not know why he held the vote. No, I don't.
Reverend, did the mayor's staff prepare you for that initial meeting, the committee meeting on May 8th, about the questions you might?
The mayor prepared me his staff prepared me. I should have been better prepared. But nevertheless, there was one particular gaffe that I made that people keep bringing up, the $730 million. Let me just say this. Everybody knows that there is a deficit. Yes. Everybody knows there's a fiscal cliff. Mm-hmm. Did I know the specifics, whether it was 600 million or 800 million, 675 million? I did not know that. And that I would have loved to have known that. That's not on the mayor, that's on me.
But when I spoke with one of the aldermen, they weren't so much concerned about your appointment to the RTA. It was more about how the mayor's office just didn't prepare you for the committee hearing. And it was more of a criticism of the floor.
Well, that's their opinion, but if you go back and look at the Zoom, it was an unprecedented hearing. You know, it was, how long was it, Cherry?
It was like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yep.
You know, so they were playing the gotcha moment. And you can ask any kind of questions when you have the manual. You may not even know them yourself. But when you have the questions and answers, you can ask anything if you want to play the gotcha game.
Yep. Yep.
I know you had a conversation with the mayor. Did he ask you to withdraw?
No, the mayor did not. When I talked with the mayor last night, I thanked him and expressed my gratitude. I've been in this city as a civil rights leader for 25 years. No other mayor has ever asked me. That's why I wanted to go all the way with him, you know, but I'm not going to be sitting on the sideline while you have these opponents of African-American empowerment trying to sabotage any type of movement that we make in our community. So when I shared with him that I was backing away, he told me, thank you for your unwavering support, thank you for your prayers, and thank you for your counsel. That's what he said. So, you know what? I appreciate that. Let me get back to the drawing board, and I want to talk with, you know who I want to talk with? The hundreds of riders that talk to me every day.
Yep.
I want to talk with the hundreds of riders who go to our church. Miss Patricia Ware, who's in the educational system, who's been going to CPS for more than 3 decades to educate our children. I want to talk with people, minister of my church, Minister Eugene Lewis, who also works for CPS. I want to get his take on it. I want to talk with a business partner of mine, Anna Marie Torres. I want to ask her, she rides RTA. RTA and Uber, that's how she gets around. I'll ask her, because it's not about what Ira Acree wants. I've always been a voice for the people. It's never been about me and anything that I've done. I've always been for the people, and I will always fight for them as long as God keeps breath in my body. Thank you very much.